welcome back. This is week 2 of my Anavar EQ cycle. Let's just get right into it. So since it was my first week back into it, I was obviously back into the gym. My strength was going up and everything just because I haven't hit it in a while because of the corona. But Anavar, like taking 50 milligrams pre-workout, I didn't really feel it really like I was expecting to. Like I thought it was just gonna kind of just like punch me and I was just gonna like just feel like, you know, really ripping the weights. No, I didn't really feel it that much. I just kind of feel a little more like vascular and like a little pump maybe. I mean, not really, but just a little bit, you know. I just a little underwhelmed on like the feeling, but it is a less extreme steroid, so it's on the lighter side, so maybe it's just going to be more anabolic, which it's supposed to be. You know, I just felt it a lot less, but that's just kind of the first week of the feeling of that. Other than that, I'm feeling good in the gym. I could tell my hormones are dialed in compared to if you did tune into my last little experiment I did with the tests and EQ. My hormones were off, so I was feeling like shit, but right now I'm feeling pretty good. I feel pretty dialed in. I'm gonna do the blood test in 2 days actually, so I'm gonna get my estrogen marked in and see where it is, my E2 and my E1. I'm just gonna see where it's sitting at, because if you went into my last series, I noticed that the EQ just totally nukes your E2 and it elevates your E1, so your estrogen basically is just way out of whack if you're running your EQ too high and your test too low. So that's what the blood test is going to figure out. So if this is your first time tuning in, basically I'm trying to figure out my EQ test ratio to be perfect, and I'm also documenting Anavar, first time running Anavar. And also on top of that, I'm running, so my full cycle that I'm running, if you didn't see the last video, I'm doing test and EQ at a 1-to-1 ratio right now. It's at 350 milligrams per week on both of those, and it's test C, by the way. And then I'm doing Anavar 100 milligrams per day, so it's 50 milligrams pre-workout, 50 milligrams 12 hours later. And then I'm doing Ostarine at 20 milligrams a day, and I'm doing Cardarine, also known as GW501, 516, doing that at just 10 milligrams a day. Yeah, basically what I'm doing the GW for is because I just got off the layoff from the coronavirus, so trying to get my muscles like back into it, my stamina like as quick as I can. Ostarine, I've ran it before. I like the mental drive on it, the feeling I get from that, and it might be a little bit extra anabolic, and I believe it might take away some androgenic side effects from the any steroid in general, but that's just a theory of mine. EQ and test, that's just at that dosage because I'm trying to have it so when I get my blood test in 2 days, it's like just straight dialed to the T, and I'm going to figure out the perfect EQ to test ratio. And then the Anavar is just to stack like an oral on top, because this is my first time doing any oral. This is only my second cycle, so it's going to be a good little experiment. So we'll see the first 2 weeks right now. I'll throw a physique update on the screen. Let's go to that. See I changed the lighting up, so it does look a little different, but you can just look through this. Week 2, I do look a little more defined. Striations are popping out a little more. I just stepped back a little bit, so the lighting's just a little better on week 2, or significantly better. But you can definitely see I'm looking a little more defined, but obviously overweight, to be honest, so I'm not seeing many lines, but a little more muscle popping out on week 2, and this last pose, I think the chest looks a lot better, but it's just a 1 week difference. So I did look a little different from week 1 to week 2. Not much, I just seem to be a little bit leaner, or like a decent amount leaner for my lines to show. Since I'm recomping It's going to be, at least at first, while I wait for like most of my strength to catch up to where it was, it's going to be slow, pretty much just staying the same weight and just chilling and putting on strength, basically recomping, losing fat, putting on muscle. And since I'm getting my estrogen tested in 2 days, that's when I'll really be able to figure out, that's kind of why I wanted to sit at the same weight, because I don't want my estrogen to be all out of whack and like trying to like cut if I don't have it like really dialed in. So after that test and my strength is back up to normal and I know my estrogen levels, I'm going to go from there, because I definitely need to get leaner for the lines to show. Probably sitting at like, dude, I don't know, maybe like 17% body fat right now. But yeah, first week good, I feel good, weight's going up and all that shit. So not really much needed. Hair loss. Actually, starting the Anavar, my hair loss was like less, if anything. So I didn't notice any extra hair loss. I tracked my hair loss perfectly in the shower, so I have like a little hair catch. And I did the full week with Anavar and the Ostarine. It could be the Ostarine that helps, but I noticed that my hair loss actually went down starting the Anavar. So, and my skin was a little more oily from starting the Anavar and Ostarine. It's most likely the Anavar though, because I've done Ostarine before and my skin was not oily. Other than that, I feel good. Like everything. Another thing I noticed so far is I'm like get tired during the day. I kind of like just like I think it's just because I'm getting back into the gym, but I'm just like get real tired. I gotta take like a nap in the beginning, like the middle of the day. Kind of just feels like a good tired, like where you just feel like you're just growing. I don't know. That's kind of the feeling I get from it. Other than that, sleep's good. A little oily skin, but my skin was good. I don't have any like zits or anything coming through. All that feels good. Like, yeah, my sex drive's perfect. It seems like everything's pretty dialed in, so I have a feeling when I get the blood test in 2 days, dude, we're gonna be right there. So if you made it this far, hit me with a like and subscribe if you want to stay updated. Comment down below, I'll reply to everything, and thank you for watching. Peace.